Hello, everybody. It's Angelica. Welcome to the next episode of the Stansell Blueprint. This is episode, what are we at, 7? Um, but we're also ending quarter 1, which is wild. It's officially April, and we thought that as we've closed out quarter 1, heading into quarter 2, we've completed 6 podcast episodes. This would be the perfect time to just pause and answer some questions that you guys might have and give you some updates on what's going on around the Stansell uh, organization. Yeah, quarter 1 is behind us now, and many of you maybe have felt it or you know this, but this past quarter 1 was the busiest quarter 1 in Stansell history, which is super exciting. It was up over 30% from even last year. So that growth and where we're heading is very exciting, and you all should be very proud. And just thank you all for your dedication and your commitment to getting the work done because it's been hectic. Can't lie, it's been a lot, but we've blah, 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 buckled down. Is it buckled down or buckled up?
Buckled up.
Buckled up. We've buckled up, Buttercup, and have made some real, just awesome progress and have had opportunities that we've never really had before, which makes us all really, really exciting. And I'm super proud to be a part of this team. But before we get into any questions, wanted to share some things going on around Stansell. First of all, you might have seen the email about some leadership changes that we've had as we've grown and as we've kind of had more opportunities and we've seen where, our focus needs to be as a company. We've seen opportunities to add more positions and more leadership roles. So with that, we had the new position that John Steggy stepped into of Chief Relationship Officer. And his role is really focused on the client and making sure that we are delivering our customer focused construction culture and approach in all aspects of the company. So that's where he's focused. That left open the president role, which Jim Kurtz has stepped into. And Andy Holsey is now our chief operating officer. So you'll be seeing more transitions as they get more comfortable in their roles, and I'm just super excited about where that will take us and how we can just get more done together. I did mention it at the Christmas party, and I also mentioned it a lot recently on social media and the website. But we did win top workplaces, Tampa Bay and USA Today. We were actually in the top 5 for Tampa and in the top 50 nationally for businesses ranging from 100 to 500 employees. So that's super exciting and something to be very, very proud of. I'm also excited to share that the Stansell leadership team has my name on it, but I'll give it to the entire team, won the leadership award out of all companies in Tampa. So that's super exciting, and just thank you all for those that gave us high remarks because that's how they chose us. So super excited about that and what that will bring us and the opportunities that will come with it. With that, we also welcomed several new people to the Stansell team. I'm going to read the names in no particular order. Welcome to Caleb, Lila, Jose, Michelle, Tina, Jim Flynn, Jaislyn, Anita, Scott, Randall, Robert, and David. So all over the place, superintendent's office, leadership. So super excited to have you all a part of our team. And I'm sure we'll see plenty more faces come quarter 2 and in the future. So we also celebrated a big milestone in quarter 1. Mr. Jim Giarusso has been with us for 10 years. If you can believe it, time flies. But congratulations, Jim, and we're looking forward to the future with you as well. So with that, those are some updates. Let's dive into your questions. Got some real good ones, and looking forward to answering them. So let's just dive into this first one. This person would love to get personal and find out an unknown detail about each of our newly structured leadership team. So I did send this question to them, and they were not like unknown detail. Like, they didn't get very deep on us. So I'm sorry. I know you wanted the juicy stuff, but this is what they said. Andy loves live music and often travels with friends and family to go see some of his favorite bands across the country. Cool. Jim says that he is a proud husband, father, son, and brother. His family is small but very connected. He grew up as an army brat, which molded his appreciation for our great country and many of his ideas of leadership and teamwork. Go USA. And John says that he enjoys traveling with friends and family and experiencing new things and taking in the local culture. What he should have said is that he loves his daughters and appreciates them very much. But whatever. That's question number one. Question number two. If we had a magic wand, what would you get from us more consistently that would benefit Stansell as far as efficiency, sales, production, and bottom line? I think as we have grown as quickly as we have, sometimes it can feel like a cart before the horse kind of situation. But we've been working really hard to implement a lot of like processes and technologies and efficiencies. But oftentimes it's the speed in which our team adopts it that actually works against us. So if we had a magic wand, I would say that having everybody completely bought in and doing these things that we've implemented would definitely help us get to that next step that we and the next level that we are looking to achieve. So, next question. We won't be going more corporate, will we? I like the family feel of the company. Short answer to your question is no. We will not be going more corporate because we too like the family feel here. It's something that we strive really hard to maintain as we've gotten bigger. However, there are some, quote unquote corporate things, what's the word I'm looking for? Structures, I guess you could say, that would benefit us as we're getting bigger, just so that we have more ways to help our team members be more effective and successful and help you guys grow. For example, like the next steps that we implemented, those conversations around your professional development and growth, that could be considered corporate just because there is a piece of paper involved, but really we see that as an opportunity to connect with you guys and make sure that we're aligned in where we're heading in the future. So if you see that as corporate, I'm sorry, it's our version of, helping you. So but no, we will work hard to maintain the family feel. Long answer, the short answer, no. Another question was around the next steps that we're doing with everybody, and I know there's a lot of like the corporate question came, and so I just want to like further explain what it is and hopefully calm some of the nerves that are out there. It is not intended to be a scary, like, you suck conversation. Just flat out. That is not at all what this is. This is our way of making sure that we're aligned with each of you and what you need to be successful. So you can, when you're filling out the piece of paper, and it's literally just a piece of paper, and you're scoring yourself, those scores are not going to be held against you or not going to say you're wrong. Those are just ways, the number is just a way for you to self evaluate and for you to take time to consider, like, where am I? And then where do I want to be? And then we can chat about it and talk about ways to get you there. It's not intended to be like if you rank yourself an 8 and you're supposed to be a 10 that you're going to get fired. Like I just want to no, 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 no. So just when go into that and just be like, how can I get the most out of this for my growth and development? Because us leaders, when we're doing those evaluations, we're just there to, encourage you and give you the resources and the advice that you need to help you get there. So they're really awesome conversations. I've had a few so far, and they've been very positive, and we've left there with a ton of action items. And we're already getting going on next steps for a lot of people. So hopefully you find those valuable. What is the hardest part of the job for leadership that the rest of the team members can't see, understand, or appreciate? Um, I would say like the consensus across leadership is that we just like genuinely care about all of you guys so much, and it puts a lot of responsibility and stress on us in a good way just to make sure that we're running the company properly because we know we have a lot of mouths to feed and we want to make sure that you guys are successful. So I would say, you know, sorry for caring too much. I guess. Um Next question. What is leadership's favorite part of leading the Stansell team? So I did to get some feedback on this question because I'm sure we all have, different parts that we love. But the funny thing is we all said the same thing. So Our favorite part of leading the Stansell team is the people. Just seeing you guys and your growth and how you're showing up every day for the success of Stansell and for yourselves and for your team. It's very inspiring, and it's what kind of motivates us to continue to work and get better, so that we can achieve this with you all. So, along with that is also the fact that we are truly invested and passionate about creating something different here at Stansell and setting new standards in the industry. Being able to do that is definitely one of the best parts for sure. The next question is what are the KPIs we should be focusing on? So, for key performance indicators, those really depend on your role in the department that you're in, but a business exists on a foundation of talent and profitability. And for us too, it also exists on customer satisfaction, satisfaction, and executing on our mission. Our team needs to be consistently finding ways to invest in themselves and continue to help grow so that we can offer our clients the best service and showcase the best culture and everything that we do. But at the same time, everything does have a cost. So profitability is super important so that we can continue to, put a roof over our heads and provide, the structure and the overhead that we have to make sure that we're successful out in the field, and can continue to grow because Stansell is becoming a little bit of a monster, in the best way. So we need to be able to have those foundations so we can support that. All right, next question. What is your favorite leadership book that you'd recommend to us to read? So, me personally, I read a lot, but there's two that kind of stick out to me that I've read. The first one is Atomic Habits by James Clear. I think everyone should read that book. It just kind of sets the foundation for good like time management and setting yourself up to be successful in your life. I think it's really powerful. The other one is a book called Think Again by Adam Grant. That book is really like you can challenge things, you can second guess things. You just because you believe something is one way doesn't mean it can't also be another thing. So just kind of like challenging your beliefs and not being so like stuck in the ways. And at Stansell, we're always changing things, so it's important to be flexible and not push back on everything. I don't know who that's for, but someone should listen to that. Next question. What advice would you give someone who wants to grow into a leadership role at Stansell? So, the best advice I can give to anyone that wants to grow, regardless, is to show up as the person and as the employee that would be successful in the role that you're trying to achieve. So, like, let's say you want to become a manager. What are the skills, soft skills, hard skills? How are they dressing? How are they acting? Start showing up in those ways, and that will be, a clear way to kind of establish that path towards that. But the other thing too is like tell us that you're interested in growth. Oftentimes people think that we are, mind readers, and I always joke that I could read like 5 people's minds but not 140 people's minds. You have to just come to us and share that you're interested in growth, and we'd be happy to talk about that. I think utilizing, these next steps, our performance conversations, is a great place to share, hey, like I would love to, become an area supervisor. I'd love to become a project manager. I would love to own Stansell. Tell me that. I would love for you to tell me that. So, those are just my advice on that. Those were all the questions. I think, as we go into this next quarter and beyond, our focus really needs to be on executing the little things. We went into this year talking about execution with urgency and just how that is going to impact our ability to be successful this year because, we've learned in the past that urgency is super important. But I think that execution needs to be the focus and doing the little things really well. It's obvious when we execute on, the mundane, the day-to-day actions, the continuing steps. Those things are the proven things that make us successful. So, as you go into this next quarter, make sure that you're focused on your role, your responsibilities, and continue to work hard for Stansell. We're doing such amazing things. We're heading in the best direction. Super excited for those of you that are here, that you're in it with us. Thank you. We look forward to the future, and If you ever have any questions or you want to see something specific on the podcast, you have to let me know that too. We're really enjoying doing this, and hopefully it's impactful for you all as well. So if you still haven't watched the Four Pillar series, what the heck? Go watch it. But that will be it for me today, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all next time. Thanks.